All right. All right. Good afternoon, evening. How are you all today? And we're so happy to be here on this Thursday evening. And what a unique and cool Thursday evening, Thursday it's been for us today. It's Keisha and Vanessa logging in for Dear Encouragers Support Group Night. And I'm trying to get our Instagram followers on. And we're going to have a great discussion today. And it's going to be on, it's going to be on the caregiver. Vanessa's going to be bringing our discussion today for us. So we're only going to give maybe about 3 minutes. And then we're going to begin our discussion because we want to actually make sure that we are honoring your time. Vanessa, are you here? I just want to make sure we can hear you. Vanessa?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Breaking up just a little bit.
Hold on. I'm here. Hold on. I'm not muted.
It's just, but it's breaking up.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, but it has a little snap, crackle, and pop with it.
Okay, let me see. Okay, let me try to switch out my. Sorry. How about now? How am I sounding?
You're better. You are better. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Just for a moment while she is preparing herself to come and give us the talk. I just wanted to just talk to you all. If you're just not familiar,
2 more minutes.
yeah.
Maybe my
If you're not familiar,
will come up by then.
if you're not familiar with Dear Encourager, okay, and I know we've had some new people join our group over the past couple weeks. I just wanted to let you see what our vision and the mission and purpose is. Okay, so the vision of Dear Encourager is to create a safe and confidential environment where clients, caregivers, and individuals with chronic long-term health conditions can voice their concerns, ask questions, and find a sense of belonging. And we hope that as time goes on that you all will feel comfortable to ask your questions of us, okay? And our mission is to create a safe space where individuals living with chronic health conditions and caregivers can come together as a community. And the purpose is to be an active support system for our clients, utilizing resources including individual and group counseling, support groups, respite services, and creating a safe community. Our services that we are aiming to have are, of course, these support groups that we have over the actual Facebook, and we do believe we're going to branch out and excuse me, I didn't mean to hit that. Great, Keisha. Okay, and we're going to have health education, some case management services, and then as we get more funding, our goal is to actually have retreats and respite assistance. So stick with us. And if if you have a desire to donate to our nonprofit, we would love to have your donations, because without money nothing happens. So you can read our story, and if you're interested in us sending you some electronic copies of this actual pamphlet, just please let us know. All right, Miss Vanessa, we ready? Vanessa?
I think I have it pulled up. Oh God.
All right, I'm gonna stop. Whoa,
Can you hear me?
I can hear
You
you.
can't hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. Um, I am trying to get this pulled up, and what I'm about to do is just go to the one that my template and go from there. My computer is not letting me be great for any stretch of the imagination.
Well, while she's working through that, I'll talk to you a little more. We
Can you still hear
actually
me?
have items that you can purchase on our website, and you can feel free to go to our website and see our website. Let's see. We're going to I'm going to try to share my screen again, and we're going to do it under this tab because that's where we are. And I want to show you our website. Okay, it's dearencourager.org. Um, give it a second. And what is that about? Okay, now the devil is really trying it. Okay, there we are. So now I'm going to share my screen with you all. Okay, here we are. So this is our actual website. And so you see here, you can go and you can donate whenever the website allows us to get there. But so you can, if you go there, you can actually view some videos from Vanessa and myself, and we're discussing why we chose this to start this actual support group. And also you can purchase some cups, the tumblers, and also you can purchase the actual t-shirts, okay, in white or in black. Okay, so and it also has if you want to be a part of the Dear Encourager, be it the support group or actually help on our team, you can actually fill out that section. And where did it go? Did I hit something? Well, you can fill out that section, and it will actually come to us, and we will get back with you. And but we would love your help, and we would love you to be a part of our Dear Encourager team. Okay, so this is the website. If you go to dearencourager.com, it will go to another group, and it's another positive group, um, but it's not ours. So just please make sure you're putting in dearencourager.org. I actually have a picture, have a t-shirt here to show you. So the t-shirt, this is what it looks like. Okay. So it's a very nice t-shirt, and you can order it online on this actual website. And so just click on what you want to order. And that is not right, but we'll fix it. So, Vanessa, you ready? Hmm?
I think I am. We're gonna. I said, can you hear me?
You're breaking up
Can
some,
you
but
hear
I
me?
say let's just go
Can you
for it.
not? Okay. Let me know. Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's spinning. Hopefully it's coming up there. So I'm just hello everybody. I am sorry for the technical difficulties tonight. Um Tell me if the slide pops up. It's tonight to talk about the caregiver, the caregiver's role, and discuss what I wish someone had discussed with me before.
Vanessa, we can't hear you.
Um, has it loaded? I'm not seeing it. I'm just
No, it
seeing a
hasn't.
black
Can you
screen.
email it to me? Take a deep breath.
Okay. How about now? Can you hear me?
No. Mm-mm.
And my screen is not
Well, email it to me, and then
loading. Hold on a
I would
second.
send it to you. I'll post it up for
I'm
you.
gonna try to send it to you, Keisha.
Something's saying it's loading. Hold
I'm
on.
about to.
Nope.
I'm about to share it with you real quick.
Well, we can just talk, Vanessa, without the slides. I know when we met, um your mom was fine. And then when I moved to Austin and came back, that literally was when she was in the hospital, and you were trying to work and go back and forth to the hospital and check on your mom, and you were married, and you were trying to do just be a person who was doing after school care with the kids in the elementary school. And weren't you over the cheerleading department too? The cheerleaders? Oh wait, I see your actual slides.
I don't know why it's acting up.
But wasn't that true? You were doing all that at the time?
How you know this?
Hmm?
How you know this? Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you some, but it's breaking up. Can you just walk to another area and we just gonna talk? If because right now it's there we go. Let's go. There you are. So if you can walk to another area and then your caregiver slides are up, please. Can you are you frozen? Okay, they said I can't see them. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, I just remember with Vanessa, it seems that she dropped. Her mother was in a hospital and Vanessa was fairly new being married and she was trying to still do it all. And um and it was very hard for her as I kept in touch with her from the Austin area and she was in Dallas. And she also had asthma and she was dealing with a lot of asthma attacks and just different things were going on. And when it was time for her mother to be discharged from the hospital, she had to I think she was oh my, let me see. We're in a she was in a mid-30s and she had to actually have her powder bath converted into a full bath with a shower so her mother could actually be able to move in with her. And she converted her office into a bedroom. And so think about being in your mid-30s and you have to convert a part of your house into a bedroom. And typically you don't be prepared for that in your late 30s. And so I can't remember, I think it was maybe $5,000 to $7,000 to have that done. And she did it and she made way. And she took her mother to doctor's appointments and she had to do a lot of taking off. And when you work for the district, you get paid per the day. And so she took a lot of hits financially, but she did it because it was her mother. And uh, and she did it without question. And it had some effects on her marriage because it was a financial thing. And um and even he had to help with her and help her take care of her mother. So, now that we're here and we're doing Dear Encourager, that's why it was really important for Vanessa to bring forth the caregiver support side of things. Because when I was thinking about actually doing the caregiver, doing Dear Encourager, I was just thinking about it from an actual standpoint of being the person who has um, a condition. Okay. I wasn't thinking about it from a standpoint of the caregiver and how they felt and what they give up. I only thought of um, that's it. They couldn't possibly have anything that's an issue. But when Vanessa reminded me of her story, then I was like, oh yeah, you all do take a major hit and you all do have to make a sacrifice. And just thinking today, last week we went to get some shirts made and we went to the place and they had a lot of dogs. And I have been singing since I was, I don't know, let's just say for 20 plus years, we weren't going to have a dog in our house. For some reason, this dog did something for me. Her name was Rose. And I was saying, ooh, I need a service dog because of the conditions that I have. I felt that would be a good thing in case something happened to me. I wanted the dog. The dog could alert other people if something was wrong with me. I didn't think it all the way through. I typically would have just gone and bought the dog and come home with it, but I took a moment to think. And I was like, let me go home and let me talk to Duran, who's my husband, and see what he thinks. So I talked to him, and he was like, so what you're saying is you want to try to go buy me a dog? And I'm like, what are you talking about? No, this would be my dog. And then he reminded me that I sleep in late. Some days I'm sick and I just don't feel well. So that means when I am sleeping in late, he gonna have to be walking the dog in the early mornings and feeding the dog and giving the dog water and taking care of the dog. Probably gonna have to take the dog to the vet when it's time to go to the vet. Probably gonna have to take the dog to the groomer when it's time to take the dog to the groomer. Clean up after the dog because most of the time I'm not available and I can barely take care of myself. I was first offended, but then I thought about it. He right. Because on good days, I may be up at 9:30, 10 o'clock. Poor Rose would have been really waiting for a while for me to walk her if I'm not getting up until 9:30, 10 o'clock. But I never thought about it that way. But the caregivers, they think about it that way because truly, that would have been his dog, right? So I just want you all to know that, Vanessa, I have added you back in. I want you all to know
Yay.
that we have to take moments to consider both sides of things when we are actually going through and we're having our moments equally. Yes, we may have the condition, people with chronic conditions, but we also have to realize that they're going through too as caregivers because of the fact that they have to change their whole life to take care of us. Shall we try, Vanessa? Okay. I'll wait till she let me know she's ready. So that
Yes, I
is,
think so. Do you hear
oh,
me?
I hear you well. Okay, I'm done.
Yay. Yay, I was about to have to get on another computer. I done pulled it up and okay, so you can hear me. We're good.
Yes, we're good.
Or did we speak too soon?
We good. Go.
Okay, great. So, yay. Okay, I'm trying to add it to the stage. Thank you all who are on here and being patient with us. The technical difficulties have been real today. It is raining here a lot, and I think that is where all of my issues are coming in to play. But oh yeah, it's up. So can we go back? Let me go back to the first screen. Mm, not letting me go back. See. Okay.
I say go forward. Keep going. Start here and go forward.
Okay. Okay. So we're talking about caregiving 101. And we're going to be discussing things that we need to discuss that a lot of us don't want to discuss before we even accept taking on this responsibility. And on here, I have caregiving is a privilege and an obligation. It does bring us joy, love, knowing that our loved one is being cared for in a loving and safe environment, and the care is coming from uh, a family. Sometimes it's friends. We're very close, more like family as friends with our friendships. So that's a joy. That's a love, knowing that your person is cared for. And in 2022, 60% of adults who are suffering from a type of chronic illness prefer to be in the comfort of their own home or in a home of a loved one. So basically, they don't want to have to go to a nursing care facility or nursing home or type facility versus being home in their own environment or an environment of a loved one. Honor and you take pride in being able, knowing that you're fulfilling your loved one's wishes, that you're able to take on this responsibility and to care for them and to love them and to love them and to dote on them. But at the same time, it comes with challenges, which is number three. Dealing with the reality of your loved one is no longer an independent individual. And the rubber meets the road. When for me, my mother had always been independent. My mother was on her own since she was 18. So for me to make that shift, me becoming her caregiver and she was dependent on me was a shift for the both of us, not just for her, but for me mentally and physically. And that's also with, I know spouses. If you have a husband who's used to being the breadwinner, taking care of the family, and now that role is no longer his, that psychologically, physically comes with a lot of changes. And in those changes, sometimes we suffer from depression, we suffer from anxiety in different aspects. So I know for my mother, at one point, she literally did not come out of her room for a whole weekend. And she just basically said she couldn't do for anything for herself. So why did she need to come out? Why did she need to basically even try to do anything for herself? So, and that was the depression that had gotten the best of her at that moment. Um, Keisha, I know you was talking to, what would you say some of your challenges have been, or maybe Jerron's challenges, or even your mom when they would help you?
First, it was an issue of pride because I was so used to taking care of myself and being independent, and yeah, and having them have to bring me food and things like that. Um, in the beginning, that was hard for me. Now, towards the end, I kind of milked it for a while, and I became spoiled. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, that was hard. Um, and also for a while, I was in a wheelchair, and we went for an outing. I'll never forget. And they took me to the outlet and thought that was going to be a good little outing for me. And Deron decided that he wanted to roll me through the outlet real fast with the wheels up in the air because he thought that would be fun. And I thought it was embarrassing. And I cried. Oh, did I cry? And it was time to go home then. Cause I just mm-mm, that kind of I felt like that was a moment of look at me. I'm in this wheelchair. I can't walk. Just it was so
Right.
hard for me. And I remember when I was dealing with the challenge of pride, my big sister, Stephanie, was like, you need to get over the pride. And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't have pride issues. And she was like, kind of stuff laughing at me. But it was hard. That is, and it's still an issue now. Um, oh, and I see one user said that pride can sometimes manifest itself as a lack of appreciation for the caregiver. You are so right. Because for a while, I really did. I took advantage of it. I just thought you married to me for better, for worse, that you supposed to do it. That's what you supposed to do. And yes and no. Um, I do still believe in the for better, for worse, but in yeah, we're supposed to take care of each other, but we're supposed to be thankful. We're supposed to be humble. Um, when this is happening. And it just took one day for my husband to have pretty much told me he had had enough of how I was just acting. Like I like a prima donna for lack of a better term. And he was like, and I'm sick of you. And in that moment, I was like, I'm sick of you too. But over time, I did realize that he had a reason to be sick of me because he was doing everything, and I was just like, come bring me, come take me, let's do this. Where you been? Done, kind of stuff. And it wasn't loving at all. So that is a very good point. Pride does manifest itself as a lack of appreciation. So, and yeah, and I did, and I think I'm still struggling with it because I'm a brat, been a brat all my life, and so in the midst of the bratism and type Aism and all of that, yeah, it is a struggle. Back to you, Vanessa. Vanessa. You hear me? Vanessa, can you hear me?
Okay. Thank you for thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that with uh can you hear me?
Now, yes.
Can you hear me?
Hmm. Yes.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? I am so sorry that I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Can you hear me, Keisha? I'm so sorry, everyone. Yay. I was telling you, thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that with into my slide. It went backwards. I think my computer is buffering and doing all these crazy things. But the last one on number 4 was adjustment. And adjustment is coming to terms with the reality that your loved one's condition a more difficult adjustment than others, especially if it's an older individual and they're suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's, um, and that they're coming to terms of that they're needing dealing with those reality and adjusting your family to what's next. And that's I say for some people that's the more difficult adjustment for others, but you also have to adjust your lifestyle. If, like I said, especially if it's someone who was contributing to the family finances, everything. So you have to adjust your whole life again to your new norm. So we're going to go to the next thing. I'm not going to even try to change this the slide. I'm going to tell you what the next one is, and it's develop a plan. As a caregiver, you need to develop a plan with your loved one if they're cognitively able to sit down with you and come up with this plan. You need to plan for both short term and long term. What does that look like? What are the dynamics going to be? What do we need to put in place? The next thing is stay on top of the doctor's appointments, the prescription refills, and commit to a daily routine. If you have to work, when I have to work, so but she didn't need as much care as maybe someone with dementia or Alzheimer's. So she didn't need around the clock care. But I definitely had a schedule when I came home, what I did, um, how I interacted with her, and that was a daily routine. We definitely stayed on top of the prescriptions and the doctor's appointment with her. And what I mean that, not just take her and drop her off. I was in there with her, making sure because my mother was very independent. And so sometimes she would she wouldn't always be honest with the doctor if something was bothering her, or it had been from the doctor if her eyes were bothering her or her legs were giving her problems. She wouldn't always tell that stuff. So I had to make sure that he knew, so she could get sure that you fit that into your schedule, especially if you're still working condition. And that's going to help you plan ahead and help you be ready for any type of emergency. So you want to make sure that you are planning ahead, and just in case, what if this happened? What if that happens? The next one is form a team of family and friends who can help do that. That is very important. That is a real thing where you're just exhausted, especially if, for me, I'm just going to say, you had a very good job, and so you were contributing to your household as well. So it does become, when you're used to living one lifestyle and you have to make those changes, and you have to make those changes quickly. A lot of times these incidents are situated fairly quick. No one knows that, oh, I'm going to go into the hospital and I'm going to stay a month. So I haven't worked for a month. So all those type of things that come into play. Keisha, anything?
Hmm?
Okay, I'm not for sure. Caregiving can become
What
nurse,
did you say?
social dialogue. Would you
What'd
like
you
to?
say?
I was saying that. Can you hear me now?
Try again.
Can you hear me
Yes.
now?
What's the question?
Okay. Can you hear me now? What was the last thing you heard? What was the last
Can
thing
you
you
hear me
heard?
now?
Did you hear what I was saying about yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you type it in the comments?
Okay, I will.
I want to know. I'm very interested in the question.
Ah.
Hmm. That's a long question.
I'm gonna see if
What do
it.
y'all think? What y'all think she gonna ask me? Huh? Huh?
Oh
What's
goodness.
the question?
Hold on. No. It's this computer's acting crazy.
So let's try asking the question
I
verbally.
sent it.
Okay.
I was asking
Caregiver.
caregiver fatigue. I was stating that caregiver fatigue is a real thing where it becomes
It
you're
is.
fatigued mentally, emotionally. Um, and I was saying, did any of your caregivers, ever express to you that they were having or experiencing caregiver fatigue?
Yeah, Deron expressed it. He was like, I get tired sometimes. I'm tired of just having to go. I go to work. I go, and I have to come here and I have to take, we sometimes refer to DJ as the boy. I take the boy to wherever he needs to go. And when I first had the car accident, number three, was it number three? Anyway, the last car accident, the runner just started working a job. So he couldn't really take off. So he would come up in the morning before he went to work, go to work, go get DJ, or sometimes would come up to the hospital before he went to go get DJ, and then go home. And my mom was helping us out, and then he would still sometimes come up, and my cousin was helping. Yeah, he was all over the place. So he was tired. He was. So yeah, caregiver fatigue is truly real. It is. I believe it and I respect.
So with caregiver fatigue and with caregiver fatigue, you also have your loved one that you're caregiving, having taken care of, is also going through their stuff as well. So balancing, having a balanced life, because at that time, for many of us, we become the nurse, life coach, counselor, nutritionist, and social director for the person that we're caring for, which are
Mhm.
all important to ensure that our loved one mental and physical health stays healthy. But at the same time, we have to make sure that we're caring for ourselves as well.
Mhm.
So what does that mean? What does that look like? So when you're being a nurse, so that means you're taking care of um oh, one of
You
the
see the question?
Facebook users
You
said she
see
lost
it?
her sister to caregiver fatigue.
Mhm.
Yes. I am sorry to hear that. And
Me
yes,
too.
that and then your stepdad, that's a lot.
Mhm.
That is a lot to endure. But it's real and it's things that we do not discuss and we do not talk about.
Mhm.
And once again, that is why this space was created.
Yes.
So we can discuss these topics and we can give everyone an outlet because we need that.
Yes.
Um, and that's where the next slide is about balanced life, balancing your life, balancing the life of the person that you're caring for. And we have to make sure a lot of times we do not make a plan. And that's why the first thing was make a plan. We have to write these things down. What are we going to do? What are we okay with? Being honest with ourselves. Because I think a lot of times we become overwhelmed and we don't want to let our person that we love, the person that we are caring for down. Because we're
Mhm.
supposed to be the strong one. We're supposed to be the one taking care of them. So we can't show a sign of weakness. And that's where we get it wrong. That's
Mhm.
absolutely where we get it wrong. And we have to balance out. We have to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, that we're keeping ourselves healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, and socially. If if the one person that you're caring for is still able to get out, go to the movies, go out to eat, do fun things, do that. Do that with them. If they're not, find someone who can stay with them and you guys can still, we can play chess. Me and my mother thing was lifetime movies. We love lifetime movies. We love lifetime movies. So we would have a movie night. Get our popcorn, get our root beer, get whatever we wanted, and we had a movie night just sitting in the house watching um, Lifetime. Yes, balancing is hard because at times we do feel guilty. We do feel guilty, but we
You
have
gotta
to
do it.
diminish that notion.
You gotta
We
do
have
it.
to diminish the notion that that taking care of ourselves is selfish.
Mm-hmm.
It is so important that we are doing self-care, that we are making sure that we're maintaining, we're not okay in the best, in our best ability. So we have to make sure,
Even if
and I
it's,
really want to the fact that we believe that taking care of ourselves is self. Uh,
and that's
yes,
why
we have
that's
to.
when we have more money. Uh, one of our goals is to offer
And
respite
I thank
care to.
you,
Can you hear me talking?
um,
Huh?
the person, because it just says Facebook user, so I don't know your name,
Oh no, I said, well,
but
can you hear like me?
I thank you
Oh,
for commenting and giving us these nuggets, because these are things that most of us struggle with. And that's the next slide, is about changes and challenges, because
we can't hear you, sis. Vanessa.
yes,
Vanessa, we
yes.
you faded out, so that would you please repeat what you were saying related to that slide?
I don't, I think it's a delay, so I can, yes.
Okay, please repeat what you were saying related to that slide.
Okay, so the next thing is changes and challenges. Life is full of changes and challenges. At some point, each of us approach the fork in the road where we must decide which path we will take. Do we face the challenges and or change? Okay. How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
yes, yeah.
Okay, I was saying the next one was challenges and changes. At some point, each of us approach the fork in the road where we must decide which path we will take. Do we face the challenges and or and this is one of the difficult things. We all need to utilize respite care. Have money is to do retreats as well. Do retreats for the caregivers. So at the same time while you're doing the respite care, we're going to take you so you can have that self-care and revitalize, everything, so you can come back fresh and ready to be the best caregiver for your loved one
Mm-hmm.
while they're being cared for by a great individual. And that also will help us face the challenges. So the last, can you hear? Is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that again. I can do all things, and we're frustrated, and we're at our wits' end, and we don't know which way is up, which way is down, or around. I want you guys to remember that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You will get day, you will get through that week, you will get through that month. You take it upon yourself to do what you need to do to recuperate. It
Mm-hmm.
is okay. It is okay to take a break.
Mhm.
Most of us, because I believe it's 65% of caregivers are mothers. And we have to take a break from our kids. That does not mean that you are a bad mother. That does not mean that you don't
Mhm.
love your children. It is the same thing when you're a caregiver. You must take a break. It does not mean you do not love that individual. It does not mean that you are a bad caregiver. It means that you need to reset. You need to give to yourself everything that you are giving to your loved one. You owe that to yourself. You are worth that. And if we are honest with ourselves, the person that we don't want that for us. They don't want that for us. They don't want us ran down and frustrated and at our wits' end. They want us to be the best individual that we can be so we can care for
Yes.
them the best that we know how. The last
Mhm.
thing is when you run a long distance, you have to pace yourself. You have to pace yourself. You have to conserve energy for the whole race. For the whole race. Everybody paces differently, but both race takes determination. Both races take planning. So we owe it to ourselves to complete this race, to complete this journey, physical and emotional space that we can. And that means that we love the person that we care for and we love ourselves. We love ourselves enough to do what you need to do for yourself. And that is the end of my presentation. I will, because we had so much technical difficulties, I will post it on our page. Does anyone have any more questions? And yes, that means that we're human. It definitely does.
And I want to thank
And
our
I
Facebook
appreciate
user for communicating.
all of you who got on and who were interactive today. I appreciate that so much because that is what we're here for. And I hope that we are yes. I appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Yes, we do. And hopefully more
That is
people
all I
will
have
feel
for tonight.
comfortable.
Keisha, do you have anything else?
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's because we are saying like the same thing at the same time, but I guess we can't hear each other. But no. Um, sorry, my son's coming in. But I just want to say, I love that our Facebook user was talking with us, and I hope that next week you'll be on with us again. And I hope that you can invite your friends and family who may not be a part of this group, and if they're not on Facebook, tell them they can watch it on YouTube. But yeah, we this is the goal. We want to be communicating and supporting one another. You have given us some great nuggets tonight, our Mr. or Miss Facebook user. So yeah, but if you want to be a part of our team or if you want to be a part of the group, you can join via the group, join via the business page. Yeah, just join however you can because we would love for more people to be a part of this. Okay, because as we continue to grow, we're going to be able to help more people. So yeah, that's all I have to say for tonight. You good, Vanessa?
Thank you all. I am great. Yes.
So, so everybody have a blessed night, and we look forward to talking with you next Thursday. Good night.